As the economy slows, tax revenues fall, and the country slides deeper and deeper into debt. The national debt is expected to reach $10 trillion next year, which means it will have nearly doubled this decade. From the government to corporations to you and me, we're a nation in debt. Beginning tonight, we'll look at how and why we got that way in a special series, Life and Debt in America. Here's Anthony Mason.
We have a projected stop out at 3.62.
This hushed computer room.
I'm sorry, Harry, go ahead.
In an undisclosed location.
The bid to cover 2.34.
Is the control room of the American debt machine.
District 14 has one bid totaling $5 million.
You're entering the auction room of the Treasury Department's Bureau of Public Debt, and this is the first time a TV camera has ever been allowed inside.
What all of these people are doing is they're monitoring all the bidding that's coming in from all of the different dealers.
This is where the U.S. government raises the money it needs to pay its bills. In other words, you're watching the world's biggest borrower flash its credit card.
This is an awfully sedate room, but there's real money at stake here.
There is real money at stake. Today we're auctioning off $13 billion of Treasury 10-year notes.
Treasury notes are basically IOUs that the government pays back with interest. In this auction, that amounts to a $13 billion loan. Without that money, and a few of these auctions every week, the government would shut down. Debt is now this nation's lifeblood.
So who's buying this debt?
Well, a lot of people.
Pension funds, mutual funds, individuals, institutions, and foreign governments compete to buy U.S. treasuries by offering the cheapest interest rate.
You're trying to get the lowest interest rate for the U.S. government.
That's right.
How much money passes through here every year?
Approximately $4 trillion.
That's nearly half of what America owes the world. Now a mind-numbing $9.3 trillion.
There was a time when all the cash the United States government needed for its daily operations was kept in this Treasury Department vault across the street from the White House. But there isn't a safe in the world big enough to do that anymore because the national debt is growing $1 million a minute.
It's $31,027 per American.
Oklahoma Senator Tom Coburn.
We have great risks that we're going to become a mediocre country that's in debt, and we're going to handcuff and put a millstone around the next two generations because we won't act like adults now.
I think the concern about the national debt is what we're doing with it.
Last year alone, the U.S. spent $430 billion just on interest payments.
What else did they have more?
Nearly as much as we spent on education.
Albert Einstein called compound interest one of the great wonders of the world. It adds up really fast, and I'm not sure we fully appreciate, either on the public level or on the private level, how quickly you can get in borrowing trouble.
1 minute to go.
Looks like they're going to try and take it low.
The heavy bidding in the auction shows U.S. debt is still highly desirable.
We've never defaulted, and we've always paid interest on time, and we've always repaid principal.
But some see a day of reckoning approaching when the world loses faith in the free spending U.S. economy, when the U.S. finally sinks under the weight of its own debt.
Is this the most likely scenario? No. Is it something we should be planning for? Absolutely.
There'll be no more bidding in today's 10-year Treasury note security. Thank you.
The Treasury's auction room is kept secret because any disruption would send shockwaves through the world financial markets. In fact, during every debt auction, two backup rooms in New York and West Virginia are always on standby. Katie?
That debt is mind-numbing. What do you have for tomorrow night?
Tomorrow, we're going to take you to the Persian Gulf to meet one of the biggest lenders to the United States as we look at how nearly half of our country's public debt is now owed to foreign investors.
Anthony Mason. Anthony, thank you.